I'm Tiger Height, and I'm here to make Impact Wrestling and Pro Wrestling majestic again. It was overall a solid show. I really like the majority of this stuff. We're building to Bound for Glory, and I really dig that. The orientation of the matches, like when they were put on, off and on, but other than that, the matches are good quality. The segments make sense for Bound for Glory. So let's hop into it. So this is Alan Angel's cash-in of the X from the Ultimate X match a couple of weeks ago, where Chris Sabin obviously facing Alex Angels for the X Division champion. Could they have waited? Yeah, they could have waited. But based on what I'm seeing here, and it being an opener and a title match, it was a good opener. This was a solid opener, lots of good back and forth action, and it was a cradle shock for Chris Sabin to win. I almost said Alex Shelley, and I have no idea why. So, obviously, the announcement was made that Chris Sabin will be defending the X Division champion against KENTA at Bound for Glory. I think that was overall a good decision if you're going to have KENTA at the show. Alan Angels, little push to the side. Kind of wish he maybe got some more momentum before cashing in, but it is what it is. I'll give it a full thumbs up to start off. So up next was Rhino in action. Why? Because apparently Steve Maclin needs a rivalry, and Rhino is the guy to do it. Maclin was the one who injured Rhino, so I guess this is better than nothing. Rhino is getting incredibly fat. He is square as hell, but goddamn, he doesn't look like he ages. It's the weirdest thing in the world. This guy was in ECW, like the original ECW. It's crazy. He took on Jack Price. It was a gore for the win. It was a nothing. Steve Maclin ran out, tried to attack Rhino, but didn't have the advantage that he wanted, so he basically fucked off. It was fine. Orange Cassidy, thumbs up being nice. So this was Yuya Uemura's goodbye ceremony. Came out as Joya, didn't like that. Him and Joe Hendry were dressed to compete as they were doing the ceremony itself, which was incredibly lame. You have the Rascalz come out and basically making fun of Yuya leaving. They attack each other, and Santino Marella announces a non-title match between Joya and the Rascalz, and if Joya won, which they didn't, Yuya would actually be reinstated. I am so glad they did not reinstate Yuya Uemura. Not because I don't think Uemura deserves it, because he doesn't. I like Uemura, but what else can you do with him? And it would hurt Feast or Fired if the person who was fired is, let's just come on right on back. I think Uemura will be better used either in Japan or in Mexico. They're really doing nothing with him other than this lame Joya crap. It was the spray paint into the face for the Rascalz to win. Orange Cassidy thumbs up, and that's being nice. Our next match is a Memphis street fight with Tommy Dreamer and Heath taking on Kenny King and Shelton John. Ugh. I am so tired of Tommy Dreamer in hardcore matches. It's just the same thing over and over. Stop cheering this guy. He's done. He's washed out. He's kind of fat. Kind of fat? He is fat. And it's just sad. It's so sad. The dude can barely fucking move. He has a championship. It is doing absolutely nothing with him. Heath, I don't know what you're doing. Kenny King and Shelton John, bless their hearts, they tried. It was fine, and that's being really nice, but I did like the ending. Tommy Dreamer with a Death Valley driver through a table on Shelton John. Heath and Kenny King ran off and fought somewhere else for the last part of the match. And then we have Crazy Steve, who is the person who has the Digital Media Champion briefcase. He attacks Tommy Dreamer and basically stakes his claim. He didn't say when he was going to cash in that briefcase, but he said he's going to. Soon, hopefully. I really like what they're doing with Crazy Steve, and I really hope that he does win this, because right now they gotta push that guy to the moon, and I think they are with him being a heel. It's a good look. People hated it because, goddamn, people still like Tommy Dreamer. No idea why. It is what it is. I'll give it an Orange Cassidy thumbs up, and really a lot of that was because of the Crazy Steve stuff. Up next was Speedball Mike Bailey taking on Jonathan Gresham. Apparently Jonathan Gresham was having an absolute moan that he wasn't getting traditional one-on-one matches. Speedball said, I'll do it. It was a good match, but man, they got to do something else with these two. I don't know why they had all of this momentum with Speedball. Then it just fell into a cliff. Seriously, it just fell deep down into the earth. I have no idea why they did that, but I do like that Jonathan Gresham, with his frustration about not being able to pin Speedball, grabbed a handful of tights with the pin for the win. It really saved a lot of different things. Jonathan Gresham needed a definite change within his character, and Speedball Mike Bailey reacted perfectly with it. The thing is that Mike Bailey is taking on Will Ospreay, but you have this match and apparently this rivalry that's going to be happening while he's going up against Ospreay. It's just odd. Weird choice. I really like it where Jonathan Gresham showing more heel tactics. I want to see more heel Jonathan Gresham. Orange Cassidy thumbs up. The match itself was constructed very well. It was a good match, but it's just too many. I want to see something maybe a little bit different. And in our main event, we have Trinity taking on Gisele Shaw in non-title action. It was a non-title match, champion in it, but I'm not going to complain too much, and here's why. This was to set up a Bound for Glory match. But not only that, these two had a lot of pressure on them because the whole show, it was, fine to good. And these two killed it. Easily the best match of the night. Back and forth great. Really good momentum here, even with Gisele, despite her losing. It was Starstruck for the win. It was Jay Vidal who accidentally tripped Gisele for Trinity to set up Starstruck. Great. That's awesome. That's exactly what needed to happen here. It was good. It gets a full thumbs up. And I really liked the post-match, and then we had the setup. Mickie James coming out, helping out Trinity, but challenging her for the Knockouts World Champion. Mickie James didn't lose the belt. She had to relinquish it because of her injury. And obviously, Trinity accepted the challenge. I am so stoked about that. It's going to be a great match. These two put on a great show and a really good main event. But that was Impact. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below or right over here next to me over here. Subscribe to the channel or follow the channel. Get all of the links for all the other social medias, hats, and Patreon in the bio or in the description. And as always, be majestic.